कहाँ चले गए जानी? सामने तो आओ, हम तुम्हें ढूंढेंगे और जरूर ढूंढेंगे जानी।
What's up guys, this is Jaani from Android and Tech, and today I'm bringing you the review of Micromax A110 Superphone Canvas 2. That's a pretty big name, but it's alright because the phone is also pretty big. On the left hand side you will find the volume rockers. They have these nice labels on it so that if someone is new to the phone they can understand it pretty easily. There is power unlock key on the right hand side. On the top of the phone you will find 3.5mm jack and a micro USB and a microphone along it. I don't know that whether that is for noise cancellation or like stereo recording, but yeah, it's there. And on the bottom there is slot to remove the cover, basically nothing else. Yeah, so there is a microphone, the main microphone over there. On the front there is this 5-inch screen. On the front there is 5-inch screen which is FWBGA resolution. On the bottom of the screen you have 3 buttons: the home button, the menu button and the back button. This home button doubles up as app switcher, and on top of the phone there is VGA front facing camera and some sensors on there, and the nice looking speaker grill. There's nothing too shiny on the front, but it's alright. I mean, I don't like these big bezels. The bezels are pretty big. On A110 the bezels were pretty thin. I mean, these bezels are pretty big, and also with the inclusion of these 3 capacitive buttons it has become more bigger and bulkier now. On the back there is this soft cover which is pretty nice, and it makes the device pretty solid to hold in hand. There is a speaker grill up here, and on the top there is an 8 megapixel camera with dual LED flash. These dual LED flash are alright. They are not as powerful as anything you get from maybe Sony or Samsung, so kind of, but yeah, it's dual LED, so it's nice. They are there. The screen on the Micromax A110 is of FWBGA resolution, that is 854 by 480, but there is a unique point about the screen. It's an IPS screen, so you are going to get pretty good viewing angles. Movie watching experience is going to be really good. Blacks will be deeper and colors will be very rich. As you can see, as simple as wallpaper also shines really very much. Although this wallpaper is oversaturated, but I'll just show you a sample. This is other wallpaper, but you can see the color is pretty rich. I mean, I personally like it, but you can judge for yourself. The color is pretty close to natural. I would not say natural, but it's very close to natural. So it's a nice screen, and the phone really is very nice to use, so the screen does not go waste. The operating system on this phone is Android 4 Ice Cream Sandwich, which is not the latest iteration, but it's a really good upgrade over Android 2.3 Gingerbread, and it runs pretty smooth. I mean, it's about 2 years old now, but this is really nice. I mean, you cannot feel ki this is a low end device. This is a really powerful device. You will never feel ki you are using a cheap device or anything like that. I'll just show you in the about phone option. There you go, Android 4.0.4. so there it is, the model number, and it has some ALPS build. I don't know what it is, but yeah, there it is. So this was about the operating system. There are also pretty good things that are present on this phone which are not previously present on A110, that is Superphone Canvas 1, is the inclusion of this option request desktop site in the browser, and which is really very useful if you want to browse the full website. And there is a video call option now in the phone menu, so that will work if you are in 3G mode, but this phone feels really snappy. Talking about the performance, in regular use you will not feel any stutter or lag. I have been using this phone for 2 days and it's really performed really nice. I mean, I did not feel any lag or stutter, and this phone did not hang even once. Micromax has optimized it really nicely. The differences here are change of icons over A110. That's it, nothing else. I guess the settings icon is from Galaxy S2 or S3. I don't exactly remember, but these are close to icons which are present on Samsung. So I don't know what Micromax intends to do there, but this phone looks a lot like Galaxy S3. It is bigger than Galaxy S3, so that's not the point over there. Yeah. Under notifications panel you have the shortcuts as they were present on A100, but these have been changed. I mean, their layout have been changed somewhat, and now it's like more blackish and less transparent. You can say you can jump into settings menu from here and go back to home. So this button doubles up as the app switcher. You can quit apps by swiping them to right or left. This phone performs every action very nicely and very quickly. Precisely, it saves your time overall, because being an Android device, and that too for 10,000, I did not expected this to run so smooth. That's the point I want to make right here. Being a dual core device, it's kind of fine, but again, it's coming from Micromax, and so you kind of don't seem to be expecting so much, but this phone gives you all. I mean, if you are looking for a snappier device, a good performing device that's anywhere in this range, and you prefer a big phone, so this is the phone you should go for, because it's a dual core. It has nice graphics, it's smooth, it has a good battery backup, it lasts for quite long, so you can just go for it. The storage that is inbuilt into the device is about 4 GB. That is about 503 MB is usable for apps, and for other things 2.05 GB is empty. So that's not a big concern. I guess 503 is not enough, but you'll have to use something like app to SD to move the application to SD card. But you also have this option that shows preferred install location. So if an app allows, it can install it to the external SD card if it is mounted. This also has an option to mount your OTG storage. OTG means that you can connect an pen drive over on this phone through micro USB to USB female adapter. Now I'll take a look at the browsing. I'll just jump into my blog. Thing where it's hard to type, or the buttons are too small, or anything like that. And above everything, there is the performance that complements. Now, as you can see, the site loaded really nicely and really fast, and the scrolling is really very smooth. I mean, I did not feel any stutter. It goes and goes and goes and goes, as simple as that. Zooming in, yeah, you do feel a bit of stutter, but that's not pretty much. Normal users also will not feel so much. But as you can see, full page loaded, full site. Now this is not I understand, a very heavy site, but yeah, it's not a it's not very small site also, so it's all right. You can understand it to be fast. I'll just quickly load up review. Now the performance degrades a little bit, but that's not much, but it is noticeable though. I am waiting for the video to load, so it's loading, still loading. I don't know what the issue here is, but I'm waiting for it to load. So let's see. Yeah, and one more thing, Micromax A110 had an issue with switching from portrait to landscape, which this phone does not seem to have. As you can see, it's really very smooth. Of course, you cannot do it like that. You'll have to at least tilt it somewhat. But yeah, the video is not playing. I waited quite a bit, but I don't think it seems to playing. The Wi-Fi connection is quite active. I mean, it's about 2 Mbps down, so that should not be an issue. The camera, I feel, is a real advantage on this phone. The camera is 8 megapixel high definition camera. I mean, it shoots in HD, and it shoots video in HD, and it's really nice. And it also has some really good features, including HDR. It also has ISO settings. I'll just show it to you here. It has ISO settings. Now I can switch the HDR on, and I'll just upload the HDR sample so that it will be easy for you to compare and all that stuff. And first and foremost thing, you're getting an HDR for the price of rupees 10,000, and in this class of phone it's pretty unusual that you're getting that feature, and it's a really nice addition. There is also panorama mode present, which was not present in A110. That also was an hardware limitation, which, because being a dual core processor, it is supported in this. And there is a very nice mode in where you need to press the shutter button and move the camera, and it will record those photos and make a video out of that photos, which is actually a photo, but it moves. I'll just show you a sample. I had done a video before, so here you go, see. Now this is not that. Yeah, see, it has this icon, the same that was there on the camera. See, now this is a photo. I don't know whether it's a GIF or what, but it's storing some data regarding this photo, which when I move this, it's not switching the photo, but it's removing the photo. Now the color of this image was like this because it was running in day mode, and when I switched to night mode, it took proper pictures in proper red color. So there it is. This was the camera. The video records in 720p HD, and the clarity is nice. I'll upload a sample for you guys. This also has multi-shot options, 4, 6 and 8 shots. I don't know what EV bracket shot is, but face beauty, smile shot and best shot, these modes work really nicely. I'll just quickly show you how videos look on this screen, because it's an IPS screen. I think it's good to show you a video. This is the gaming review that I did of Micromax A100, but that's not a concern over here, but just for the sake of, I'll put the volume up. So this works full screen, and the colors are really nice on this thing. I think it's pretty good in performance point of views. If you see, and colors, you will enjoy watching movies on this screen, and it won't disappoint. For benchmarks, I won't be doing benchmarks in the video, but you can check out the results from benchmarks, and I'll be posting it on my blog article that I'll be doing on this review, so you can check it out there. And commenting about call quality and the reception, these two things were really very nice. I won't say, but better than nice. The speaker quality is really nice. They have changed some things in this phone. I don't know what they did. A100 was a bit like 10.9 mm, I guess precisely. This is 9.7 mm. So I don't know what they have done. I think they have rolled roller over it to make it small. But one thing I really don't seem to appreciate, I appreciate everything about this phone. Everything is nice, it works, it just works. This camera, they have taken the camera out of the panel, and it's also a bit raised. as you can see over here, that will cause lot of issues for you. And this camera glass is supposed to scratch. I mean, when you keep it on like any surface like this, it's guaranteed to scratch, and I don't know what can be done on that. So there it is. I'll upload the camera and video sample so you can check those things, and I'll be doing a full review article on this, so you can check that article too. And thank you so much. Thank you for watching the video. This is Jaani from Android and Tech.